Magandang kamalayan sa inyo lahat at nandito na naman tayo sa ating class or KLASS, Kamalayan Learning Alternative Success System. At we are actually under our school, ang ating eskwelahan na tinatawag natin SCHOLL, SCHOLLL or Shifting Consciousness Higher Online Lifelong Learning. Ako ang inyong teacher. I am your guro, Tato Malay. At sa ating klase ngayon ay meron tayong pag-uusapan mga universal success principles that really I would say we are used by the newly crowned Miss Universe Philippines, Rabiya Mateo from Iloilo. And I don't know exactly if she knew for a fact that she was using all these universal laws and principles, but definitely I think she was able to mention them, and somehow it took effect ha, sa competition, sa pag-participate niya, and she won the title. And so that's what we are going to discuss here because we have already been talking about this for the past years. Uh, ito ay nagsimula pa kay kay Megan Young when she joined Miss World and we won the first Miss World title. But before she joined, her mentor, her actually were kumbaga meron siyang mga I would say mga coach, no, and she was actually referred to one guru, and sinabihan siya na can he actually teach any universal law and principle that she can use. Ito si Megan Young. Because 2 days na lang, she will be flying to, or I think one day before she flew to, I don't know where that country was when she competed for Miss World. But anyway, Megan Young contacted George Season. George Season is my mentor also in itong sa New Thought Temple sa top. And well, yun na nga, what George told her was similar to exactly what uh, uh, Miss Universe Philippines, I think, also had been using. No? And so ito nga ang sinabihan siya ni George noon, always remember that you are already the winner. Ah, sinabihan ni George Season si Megan Young, you are already a winner. Imagine yourself, you are wearing the crown. No, I mean, regardless of what other contestants would say or other people around you would say, don't mind them. For you, you are already the winner. And that's what Megan Young did. No? And so all throughout the competition, she already was, that was her mantra. And similarly, ito nga si what do you call, I mean, si Miss Universe Philippines, Robina Mateo, when I saw her um, uh, pre-pageant, pre-finals interview, and she was actually asked a lot of questions, and I heard her answers, and actually I had it shared in video na yun, no? Sinare ko na yan sa Facebook account ko. But anyway, I will for those who don't know exactly what she said, I will share them again here and share it here in my class here in YouTube, no? And ito nga, sinabi niya, uh, she she spoke of forgiveness. Kasi a lot of times when a person has a lot of baggages, in terms of yung ang bigat, masakit, maano, yung mga taong nagbigay sa iyo ng mga pasakit, ng mga kahirapan, mga problema. And somehow, parang ang sama ng loob mo sa kanila. But if you haven't forgiven them, well, dala-dala mo yan. And she learned about forgiveness when she was still young. And she learned it from her mother. because nga, she came from a separated family, a broken family, and what her mom taught her was to forgive everyone, even her father, who left them. So parang wala siyang sama ng loob. So that's what happened to her. And she carried that lesson up to now, the present, forgiveness. And exactly that's what we teach in Kamalayan, forgiveness. And another one that she mentioned was she spoke of, not saying anything negative about other people. Kahit na tinitira ka na or binabash ka na or sinisiraan ka, still don't say anything negative about them. Well, you understand why they are saying that. I mean, alam niyo na, and you get affected. She got affected, I suppose. But again, she never minced the word. She never mentioned any negative thing. And she even said that in her interview that, she, if there is something that she should actually teach young people, I think that was the question. What would that be? And she said, well, that's, one of them was not to speak ill of others. And then another thing that came up with another question was, what do you do? What did you do to yourself? And then sabi niya, I invested in myself. So yun, nakita natin, that's what I always talk about in Kamalayan. Invest in yourself. I mean, if you have to read a lot of books, read a lot of books. If you have to educate yourself, and which is what exactly she mentioned as well. She said she educated herself. And, sa Kamalayan, I always talk about self-education. And so talagang kamalayan na kamalayan ito si Rabiya, no? So talagang I wouldn't be surprised that she won because everything that we normally would teach, I would teach what I teach my students, no, whenever they would actually become stars or they want to become stars. These are the things that I tell them. I share to them. Invest in yourself. I mean, not only in your talent, not only in what you like doing, but practically everything. If you have to just read the newspapers, read practically every page para may mapag-usapan ka lang. So that's what she did. She invested on herself. And, as you mentioned, self-education. And, nga, sabi nga niya, again, going back to pag merong mga basher siya, she actually just said, always see the goodness in everybody. Kahit kahit na nakikita mo lang ano sila, tinitira ka or sinisiraan ka, always see the good in that person. Huwag mong isipan ng masama. And that was that's what you did. And this is exactly also the thing that I am teaching people in Kamalayan. Always see the good in everyone. And ano pa ba? Ito nga yun, uh, um, be versatile, be adaptable, be versatile in being able to do a lot of things. That's what she said. That's what she used, the word versatile. And exactly now, importante rin na maging versatile ka kasi hindi mo na alam kung ano kailangan mong gawin. I mean, you might have taken a course in college, but in terms of what kind of a job you'll be doing, baka malayo sa kinuha mo. So you just have to learn new things at once. And you have to learn a lot of new things all the time. So you have to be versatile. And so, exactly. I mean, my God. I mean, the first beauty contestant I heard talk this way. I mean, I'm so amazed. I'm so, I mean, at awe or in awe. Yeah, how do you say that correctly? Uh, hanga-hanga ako yan sa Tagalog. At yun na nga, um, uh, ito yan, the last one. She saw herself already. She was ready in terms of preparing for the contest. She knew she prepared well. She was ready for it. She was so confident. And she saw herself winning the title. Sabi nga niya, I'm going to win the title. And she was sure of that. And that's exactly what happened also to Megan Young. Megan Young was told, always just think that you are going to win the title. And so, yan ang mga tinuturo namin sa Kamalayan. So, I think with that, talagang I would salute our Miss Universe Philippines for really mentioning those things. So eto nga, iniisip ko, sabi ko, ano kaya, mag-put up na nga ako lang, tuloy ko lang talaga yung aking Kamalayan boot camp for those who would want to enter mga contests like mga beauty contest, mga even mga singers. I mean, if they want, oh, by the way, sige, ay singing contest. Kasi ito rin, ginamit din itong mga principles na ito ni George Cizon, no? To one guy, an amateur composer, who actually asked for his help. Sabi niya, I have a song that made it sa finals ng Metropop sa amateur division. Sabi niya, his name was his name is Rene Novalias. Sabi niya, I want to win. I want to win the contest. Sabi ni George, okay, sige. So George gave him the same pointers. But there was one thing that he added. All right, you have to see yourself winning already the trophy, the title. I mean the grand prize, and so borrow a trophy of the Metropop. And I think he was able, or George, since he's a friend of si Nonong Pedero, Dero Pedero, who won also previously in the Metropop. So he borrowed the trophy of Dero Pedero. For what? Sabi ni George kay Rene Novalias, punta ka dito sa pakuha ka ng picture with the trophy and buy a Barong Tagalog that you will be wearing in your competition. You actually have to wear it now. Pakuha ka ng picture with the trophy on your hand. I mean, nahawak-hawak mo na parang ikaw na yung nanalo. And somehow, yun na nga, kailangan ma-feel mo yan na ikaw na nga yung panalo. And that's what he did. He took a picture of himself, and he had a picture of himself taken rather, and with the trophy and with the barong. And what happened was during the finals night, yun na nga para I think there was one instance na tinanong pa I think si George met Willie Cruz. Basta sabi ni Willie Cruz, oh, I also have a song in the in the competition of, I mean, ito Metropop, pero sa konsya sa professional division. Tapos sabi niya, oo, meron din akong sure winner na. Sigurado lang panalo na. Tapos ang tanong nga ni Willie Cruz sa kanya, bakit mo alam? Ano yan, luto? Sabi, hindi, just watch. Basta ito, grand prize winner sa amateur division. A Smile in Your Heart by Jam Morales, composer Rene Novalias. And that day came, and Sir George was just watching from his house, and then he had a picture also of Rene Novalias with him during that time. And Rene competed live, and then he won. Exactly. He held the trophy with his hand, and yun ang anong pinapanood ni George Season, kinikwento na sa amin. Sabi niya sa mami niya, I mean, he was beside his mom. Sabi niya, ma, look at this picture. Oh, sabi niya, oh, ano yan? Look at the television. Oh, ano yan? Magic? Bakit pareho yan? may picture ka na nangyayari pa lang sa TV. And yun na nga, that's how he won the title. I mean, the grand prize. And that's exactly what we do in Kamalayan. We train people, not with the talent anymore. Kasi given na yung talent, I mean, kung beauty yan, wala na akong pakialam dyan. Ang pinapakialaman namin yung kamalayan mo, yung consciousness mo. And so, yun na nga, with that, I hope you learned something from our class today. So thank you for keeping me company. And let's have another session maybe this week with another topic. Thank you. And this is your class for today. I am Tato Malay saying magandang kamalayan sa inyong lahat.